Welcome. Amina, say what? We're at the Hackensack Meridian Health Stage 17, and we pulled out the couch because we have the one and only very lovely Tamia here. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You look wonderful and fabulous as always.
Thank you. You as well?
Yes, I love this.
Thanks.
Do you dress yourself or you have a stylist? Oh, okay, good.
No,
you never know these days. People hire
I do have
stylists.
stylists as well. So it's kind of half and half. On regular days, it's all me.
Yeah. So you have like a busy press schedule because you have an album, right?
Yeah, I do have we are on sort of like a little press run. The album doesn't come out till fall, but the single Leave It Smokin' is out right now. So we're kind of doing a press run on that just to kind of get the word back out that the album's going to be coming soon.
So the album is Passion Like Fire.
Yes.
And it's your 6th album, correct?
Seventh, I believe. Yeah, 7th album.
Yeah, and the Leave It Smokin' is the lead single.
Yes, it is.
And you're talking about your passionate love.
Exactly.
I wonder who the inspiration was.
It's that's what a relationship should be. If you're gonna have it, leave it smoking.
Well, you've been married for since 1999, so a long time, right?
Yeah.
I always imagined they would go away after a while. Like, how do you leave it smoking at all times? Like, how does that work?
I think it's leaving it smoking is kind of, it's about confidence within who you are.
Okay.
So whatever that is that you need to do, whether that's to, just whatever that is, whether that's eating right, staying healthy, working out, whatever you like to do to keep your confidence, I think confidence is key.
Right. Salaam Remi, you worked with him on this. This isn't your first time working with him.
Yeah, actually, Salaam and I worked on a song from my last album called Beautiful Surprise. Well, the last album was Love Life, but the album before that was Beautiful Surprise. So we came together. Salaam has an amazing property in Miami, and we worked together in Miami, and it was a lot of fun. Anytime you could work with a producer and it feels more like fun than work, you're going to leave with something great. And
he's so amazing. He has so many different sides to him. He can work on any kind of artist. Like, what about him is so comforting for you?
He's so smart. Like, so knowledgeable. Even if you look at his Instagram, like, he always posts like different types of artists and different types of music. Like with Salaam, with Beautiful Surprise and with Leave It Smokin', I leave and we're writing the record and it's there, and I leave and he literally sits with it for weeks, for however long he feels like he needs to sit with it. And I'm assuming, like, in my mind, I think he must have like 100 different versions of what it is. And he's that nitpicky about everything. And I think that's what makes him great. Like, he knows what he wants it to sound like, and he's not going to leave it, not done the way he wants it.
Yeah. You've worked with amazing, legendary producers.
Yeah, I've been fortunate with that.
Can you say, like, this is my favorite person to work with? Do you have that person?
Well, I think just like straight up, just living legend, I would have to say Quincy Jones, right? Because he's amazing. So, and I think every other producer that I worked with would say he's the ultimate producer. Yeah. He's amazing as well. So, just because he's he's just amazing. So I would say he's the top.
What's his process like? Like, I would kill to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, he's smart. Like, he's, like, for example, Tim and Bob and myself brought in a song called So Into You, and we brought it to the studio, and Quincy was there, and Greg Fillinganes. And Quincy listened to it and he was like, yeah, this song, we could, Greg, get on there and see if you could do da-da-da to this. And like, he just has this magical ear to make it just something that was kind of great, just make it special.
Yeah, that's a gift.
It really is. Yeah. It really is, yeah.
So you've been married how long now?
19 years, married.
19.
Yeah.
We
dated like 3 years. Yeah, we dated like 3 years before.
That's amazing. Yeah. Can we clap it up for the people here? Like, girl, people don't last 9 months. You made it 19 years. Good Lord. You're married to Grant Hill.
Yes,
how do you guys keep that together?
I think the most important thing is that we continue to support each other and allow each other to grow. But supporting each other is huge. I can for sure tell you I'm not the same girl I was at 20 that I am now. There are things that I wanted to do at 20 that I don't necessarily do now, and things that I didn't want to that I actually want to do, and ideas and things like that. So it's great to have a partner who's there, who can support you in all of those things.
Yeah.
Genuinely want to see you, succeed in those things. Yeah.
Yeah, like even on your Instagram, you're always reposting him and all his stuff. And
we're like, I was gonna post that. You posted that first. I'm like pretty sure everywhere that if they follow both of us, like some things you're just gonna get twice, okay? Because we're doubly proud of this particular thing. But that's what it is.
So you guys are on that show Black Love together on OWN.
We are.
So you're a couple, and there's a couple of other couples that are a part of it as well.
Yeah, so this is the second season,
right?
And it's a great. I think they call it a docuseries.
Right.
So about couples and relationships. And my husband and I never really do anything like that.
Yeah.
So we thought it was great. Like we watched the first season and we were like, this is like hilarious. It's like funny. You learn so many things about relationships, and you really just realize everybody's just trying to make it work.
Right.
Like there isn't really any sort of secret sauce to what makes marriages last. Like we're all just trying to like take it day by day and make it work.
Yeah. So I think Sterling K. Brown and his wife are on it.
Yeah.
Who else is on it?
I know like Taj from SWV and her husband's on it. I don't know.
Do you guys interact with the other couples at all, or it's just strictly you?
Yeah, literally they just come to your house, and it's a couple who produced the show, and the two of them literally just come to your house and you kind of just chat, and they're so great because you really do feel like you know them, like you guys are on a dinner date together, and you're just kind of talking. We were just talking to them for like 3 hours, and then I think they kind of just chop it up into different shows. So I think there may be like 12 shows in the season. So, and I think we're part of like 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you learn anything from Grant? Because sometimes, I would imagine after 19 years, you probably know each other pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. Learn anything from him. Well, I mean, I think, it's interesting when first of all, it's certainly awesome to have a husband who's been through a lot of the experiences with you in life. Like he'll remind me of certain things that we did, and I really like forgot. Like he's like, yeah, remember, baby, we did this when you were, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I was there. I did that.
That
Are you
would be
sure?
me.
Like I'm like, okay. And like I don't remember, and he will remember like that. So I'm like, I can never let you go because half my life would be gone. I would not remember half the things I did if I didn't have you. But I learned patience because not from him, not because of him, but like from him, because he's great with that. Like he's very patient, and he is very like thoughtful. Everything that he does, he kind of puts thought into it and not necessarily emotion. Like I sometimes can run things off of emotion and sometimes regret it later. But he thinks everything through, very, precise. And I don't think you can go wrong when you kind of really think things through and not let emotion lead. Often.
Well, he did good with this rock.
Yeah, he did.
Wait,
the lights.
Was this the first rock you got, or did he upgrade it?
That was
good
it.
God! So he did good from the start. Because sometimes they get you a little janky rock, and then later it's like, let's get the rock.
Yeah.
Do you carry that everywhere?
No.
When do you bring it out? Oh, thank you. I feel special. When do you bring it out?
I actually, to be honest, I usually don't wear it. I probably just forgot to take it off. Sometimes, if I'm doing an event or something, I'll put it on. But in real life, no. Like, no. When I'm,
You ever lost it and had to get it replaced?
No, that would be terrible.
I know. You got insurance on it.
No, that's why. Sure. Yeah. That's why I don't take it out. Right. Like, especially if I'm traveling a lot. No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. He's in the Hall of Fame, right?
He is.
Yeah,
he's going in the Hall of Fame in September.
Yeah.
And we're all excited, and And he certainly, I think he was nervous, not sure if he would make it first time around, and he did. So we're so proud of him.
Did you have like a big party for him? Was
Not
it
yet.
like a big deal?
No, because we didn't even really talk about it until he actually made it. Like, it's one of those things, like, we don't even want, like, when the Grammys come around, you're nominated, like, you don't even want to talk about it until it happens. And that way, if you don't get one, you're kind of like, oh, that's not a big deal.
Whatever.
But when you get one, you're like, yes. But we didn't really even, talk about it much until, and then he got in, and then it was like, oh, okay, so we'll probably have something around the time that the ceremony is, because he'll have his friends and people that he's known through his life.
He's a minority owner for the Hawks. So you like basketball wife like at all the games? Like
no. No, not even. I mean, when Grant was playing, of course, and I would go. And now, with my kids, I have a daughter who plays basketball, and
she plays soccer too, right?
And I have another daughter who plays soccer.
Yeah.
And, although Grant was just telling me she was playing basketball in the gym with the boys, she was like, she's schooling these boys.
I love that.
Yes. But so I don't know. There's something about basketball when you know people, or like when you love a team, that you're sort of drawn into it. So I go to my fair share of games, but certainly Grant, because he does the television things and the ownership with the Hawks. We just had the draft pick. And
you're third, right?
Yeah, we were excited about that.
And you just got, so Philly's my team. You just got our coach.
Yeah, everyone's
Lloyd
so
Pierce.
excited. Yeah, Grant was certainly very excited about
I'm
this.
kind of tight about that. Like,
Really?
you stole our guy.
Well, gotta go.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned the Grammys, because you're nominated for your work a lot, but sometimes the R&B category is a little,
it's so tricky.
Yeah, weird. Like
it's so tricky. We were just having this conversation in the car, like it's so tricky. Like, what now is R&B? Like, what is the category? Because you could be competing with a rap artist, you could be hip hop. It's like R&B hip hop. Well, that's it could be very vast. You know? So it's interesting.
Is that frustrating?
I mean, I guess
it's almost like different forms of music.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, there's different sort of. It's just so vast.
Yeah.
That I guess when you're trying to break things down to like 4 artists, it could be kind of tricky.
Yeah. So your album Passion Like Fire coming out fall 2018.
Yes.
I actually have someone in the audience that already heard it.
Oh.
Somehow.
Yay.
And they told me that there's an amazing song on it called I Do.
Yes.
So it's kind of like the female version of like marrying a man. Like, talk me through that. Like, what is it about?
Oh, well, Today I Do is a song. Yes, so I had a small, intimate listening party.
Yeah.
Because the entire album is finished. Like, my part is done. And it was pretty cool. Like, we literally went through song by song and listened to the album. So one of the songs, Today I Do, I literally told the writers, like, I want to have a wedding song. Like, I want to own like your wedding. I want you to play Spend My Life.
Yes.
You Put a Move.
Right.
Like, all of the and now Today I Do. And I sort of just envisioned the bride like walking down the aisle and like what would she want to say? And so I know people are gonna love it when they hear it. I'm excited about it, and it's going to be fun, yeah. It's a beautiful song, Today I Do.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, because normally when we hear these wedding songs, we hear it from like the men.
Yeah, exactly.
Like from their perspective.
Exactly. No, I literally think like I envision her like walking down the aisle, and I love love, and I love weddings. So, like, it's just such a beautiful day, and you'll always remember your wedding song. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you've been on tour with R. Kelly. I wanted to ask.
Switching over. Okay.
I wanted to ask about that, because recently they were talking about Spotify's not promoting his music. Like how do you feel about that? Should what an artist does in their personal life affect whether a music platform is promoting them or not? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, when it's that.
Yeah.
Yes. If you do that in your personal life, then probably.
Yeah.
As far as going on tour, I didn't even really see him on tour. I literally saw him the last day.
Really? So zero contact?
He has a lot of rules. No walking down the hallway if he's walking in the hall. It was crazy time.
Well, you hear about the stories like the Jay-Z and R. Kelly tour and how that went down. And then, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So talk about your girls a little bit because they're super cute.
Yeah.
And they're really athletic and they have a lot of personality.
They do. Yeah, they are funny. My oldest she's like very thoughtful and is like, very like smart girl. They're both very smart, but she doesn't like a lot of like craziness. And then she has myself and Grant and my younger daughter as family members, so I'm sure we drive her crazy. But they're fun. I mean, our life revolves around them.
Yeah.
So they're a lot of fun.
You ever thought about a reality show with the whole family?
No.
She's like, not doing that.
No, like oftentimes we'll do things and some things we'll post, but the outtakes of the things that we don't post are hilarious. And so from that aspect, like, do we have content for a reality show? Yes.
Yeah.
Would my little one love that? Yes.
She's the one that really pops,
I mean, yeah, she would, but we would be nervous every time the camera went on. We're like, what'd she say? What'd she say? So, yeah, kids are just hilarious. They're just, it's funny when you have children and you see yourself in them.
Yeah.
You see, things that you used to do or the way they laugh or, it's just interesting to see your kids kind of do some of the things that you did. Yeah.
What do you think they're going to do when they grow up? I mean, obviously they're both very athletic.
Well, we just encourage them to forge their own path, whatever that is. I understand, Grant and I were super fortunate as kids. We knew exactly what we wanted to do as kids. Mm-hmm. Like I knew when I took my first, the first time I stepped on stage in church at like 6 years old and I started singing and people in the audience were crying, like I knew like that was where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, and I always felt comfortable doing that. And Grant, from what he tells me, he was always dribbling the ball and he played soccer first as well.
Really?
But that he loved sports and, things like that. So we just always encourage, they don't have to follow anything that we've done that, I know they have, their dad's last name and all of that, but we just encourage them to be who they are and, whichever path that they choose, we support them.
Yeah.
But as long as they love it, I think as a parent, you just pray that whatever path your child goes down, that they love it, that they are like passionate about it, that it really sort of lights a fire, within them. And that'll take you a long way.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
You think any of them are going to be singing? Because
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
No
The little
singers yet?
My oldest one, she'll probably be managing the little one. Like she can get the paperwork done.
Right.
The little one, she's like creative and she'll do that. But I don't know. We have crazy family time. Like we have like a little setup like this at home. So you can only imagine what happens on the stage at home. But we just try and have fun. Like,
that's the key, I hear.
they grow so quickly.
That's what they say. Just have fun.
We really do. We just really have fun.
Yeah. So I have a super fan here.
Oh.
She actually met you at the Source Awards, so that's a throwback.
Yeah, that was at the Fab So
She's
Into
here.
days. Yeah.
Come here, come sit with us. She's really nervous. Actually sit next to her, actually.
How are you?
Come sit with us. So she's like, I am such a fan, and I took a picture and then had her sign my picture, and then I was at the Source Awards. So, oh wow.
Oh, yeah, that was that's
a throwback. I'm gonna try to show everybody. Do y'all see that?
Sign it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Years later.
So she wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, I prepped her. So wait, I'm gonna give you the mic and let you do your thing,
Hi, Tamia.
You got this.
I have loved you forever.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to show you some pictures. That was from the Source Awards.
Yeah.
But this was, I follow you everywhere. Do you remember this picture as well?
Was this like a couple
This was a few years ago for Mother's Day, I think, no, for Valentine's Day. I'm so nervous. I am your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, first question. What was your best album to record?
That's difficult. I don't know, because I want to say the first album, because you can never get your first back, but Between Friends was an album that I recorded completely independent. At that time, the music business was like super crazy, and I didn't know where I was gonna land. And I literally just went in the studio with Shep Crawford, and we were like, we're gonna just work. Like, I have some songs, we have some things that we want to do, and we just really went by faith with that. And it turned out to be a great record. We linked up with the company independently, and so I'm most proud of that album, and of course all the songs on there as well.
What was your best song?
Ever? Like yet?
To record.
I don't know. First of all, I feel like super proud of the fact that I have a lot of songs that I perform, in my catalog that I literally honestly love and that I'm proud of. Like, I don't get up there and sing songs I'm like, oh God, I gotta sing this again. Like, I'm literally excited about singing, the songs that I have during my show. So it depends. It depends on each night. Like, it depends on the audience, how you're feeling it. I do love performing Stranger in My House and maybe Officially Missing You.
Last question.
Okay.
When am I getting a concert?
Well,
a whole concert.
Yeah, a whole concert. Yes. Well, I plan on touring with this album August, September. The album's supposed to come out August, September, and definitely touring. I'm gonna do a live album and Christmas and all these things. So I have a lot of plans on being busy, but I love performing. Like, that is the best part, and certainly when you have new music, it's the time when the music comes to life. Like, when I'm in the studio and I think, okay, and I'm singing a song and it makes me feel a kind of way, it's so deep to be on stage as the artist and you see the audience feel the same way that you felt about a song that you did. So I love performing. So soon for sure.
Because I went to NJ-PAC.
Yeah.
You did not perform my favorite song.
Which one is it?
Move On My Heart.
I didn't?
No.
Huh.
No.
I usually perform that. How many did I do?
She said, I got the video.
You did like snippets.
Oh, okay.
A few snippets.
Okay.
And I'm just going to show you how much I love you. I need you to
Oh,
sing.
that's the shirt. Yes. That's the Love Life. Yes.
So,
You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the blessing of it all. Like I said, I feel so fortunate that I have so many songs, but inevitably I get off stage and they're like, but you didn't do Make Tonight Beautiful. But there are some songs that I usually sing, but, and You Put a Move is usually that one, but when either I don't have enough time or I have, an hour show and now I'm putting in 7 albums, but I usually try to get in the best one, so.
well, thank you.
Thank you. You did a very good job.
I love you.
Oh, thank you.
And I can't wait to see you perform.
Thank you so
everything.
much. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you first. Which songs do you want to hear? Top 10.
Yes. Special, Move On My Heart.
See, I
everything.
never really do special
Never.
a lot.
Never.
Yeah.
I follow you everywhere.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
Shaking so bad.
You did a good job.
I thought you were going to cry. Yeah, you did good.
I cry a lot.
No, so do I. Yes, thank you.
So when I walked in, she's like, I love her. And
No, that's
I'm her
awesome.
biggest fan. And
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
well, how do you feel about asking her a
Right.
question? They just told me that they're going to give you tickets
Yes.
and backstage passes to her concert when
that
she
would be
comes
awesome.
to town.
And then I'm also gonna let you tell me a song that I better not leave the stage without performing. And if it's not in my set list, I'm gonna do it just for you.
I love that. Oh, that was
There was
amazing.
one time we went to. It just reminds me of a time we went to South Africa and I did like an hour and a half, and then I had an encore. Maybe it was Stranger, and I came out. Mm-hmm. They were still clapping and chanting like, Tamia, come back. And so I think I went out and I did another song. And then they did the same thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm backstage with Shep Crawford, like, where are we supposed to sing now? He's like, I don't know. And then we left, and he was like, he said, you know what? We did 3 encores and we left, and they still said, but you didn't sing, da da da.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's the great thing is that music just connects with people, and it just speaks to the heart. And a lot of songs, even in my show that I perform, were never singles. They were like Still and things like that were never, or they weren't like super huge records, but they were records that people really love. And so,
yeah. Well, you have a huge catalog, and you've been in the business for 20 over 20 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of changes have you seen throughout that time?
In the music business?
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah. Or maybe the question is, what's the same, since there's been so many changes?
What is the same? The same is the way music connects with people, and it brings you to a place. And I love music too. Like, I grew up listening to artists, and when I'm in a certain particular mood, I connect with music myself. So that will never change, the way that music connects with people, sort of soul to soul. The business of the music business is ever changing.
Yeah.
And so I think, as an artist, you're kind of constantly evolving for me as a businesswoman, how to make things work, what works for you, what doesn't, even like, let's talk social media and how much of a factor that is now.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook Live, what that wasn't there 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But and just how important it is, and also as an artist, like, that fine line to walk, like what to share, what not to, what's for people and what's just for you.
Yeah.
So, but it's, it's become such a huge platform. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you started your own label.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. This is your own label.
Yeah,
So how is it managing all that with being a wife and being a mom and doing all that?
It's very fulfilling. As a mom of 2 girls too, like, I think that it's important that they see their mom, like, out here doing, all of it, just trying to do my best, like following my dreams, trying to get the work done. My kids will be like, you were 5 minutes late. I was like, I was on a call with LA, like, leave me. Like, I was, talking to someone in LA, like, so like just trying to balance it. But that's, it's so important to own yourself.
Yeah. I know at one point you were trying to do like a group thing,
like years ago. Yeah, that was like an idea that never really.
Did you ever revisit the idea?
No.
Like, never?
No.
You're like, hell no.
No, we did not revisit it. And I love them too, but you get like one person and their life and their whatever's going on in their space, and then you get like 3 artists and whatever's going on in their lives, trying to, like, separate artists come together. Like, it wasn't as easy as it looked like it would be on paper.
Yeah. So the single "Leave It Smokin'" is out right now.
It's out right now.
Then the album "Passion Like Fire"
yes, in the fall.
Yes. Tell us a little bit more about the album, because we haven't really talked about it. I mean, I know it hasn't been released yet.
No, so it's all done, and I'm super excited about it. I worked with Salaam. I worked with Shep Crawford. I worked with Little Ronnie. I worked with Julio Reyes, and I'm just super proud of it. Like I said, we had a listening session yesterday, and we actually listened to all the lyrics, all the songs, and I really can't wait to share it with everyone.
Let me ask you, when you have a listening session, right? Do you take anything away from what people say and adjust, or it's just like, this is what it is and this is how it's coming out?
Well, I think at this point, so the album is finished. So unless they were like, oh, this is garbage or something, I mean, I don't know, but
they wouldn't say that.
No, but I think, I certainly think, like, I like to just hear what connects with people. Like, so I definitely take that in, people say, oh, that's the next single, that's the next one. And then you'll go to another, listening session. Oh, that's the next one. And when that happens a lot, you have something good. When each place says like a different song.
Yeah.
That's exciting. But of course, yeah, I mean, I listen to sort of my fans and sort of their their suggestions, and even things like, they'll say like maybe the last album, like, why didn't you guys put this song out? And I'll be like, yeah, why didn't we? I don't know, right. But you can't look back at things. You kind of have to like look forward. And I think that it's important, to listen to the people who have been supporting you. Because oftentimes, like when I do a concert and I always start like asking, like, what songs do you want to hear? Like, what songs would you be mad if I left the stage and didn't, perform these songs? Because I think that it's super important to include them in on it.
Yeah. I mean, I always wonder because, now the music business has changed. Before it used to be like, this is the single and this is what you're getting.
Yeah.
Now, because you have all this feedback, it's like someone can literally change your whole marketing plan or something,
I mean,
based off what they like.
Yeah, you really only, the single you can give to everyone. But then once the album comes out, people are going to play what they like, right? And there's so many platforms that one song could live here at radio, one song could live over here, one song could be like the wedding song of the summer.
Yeah.
So and never be played on the radio. So that's also the cool thing about our time now as well, is that you can give people the first single, but the people will choose the rest of the songs.
Yeah. Well, very interesting conversation. Thank you for coming, Tamia.
Thank you.
When the album comes out, you have to come back.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And leave it smoking. She already downloaded it, she told me.
Oh, good.
All her friends had
You'll
told
be
her
listening to it all summer. All summer.
Thank you guys for watching. Tamia, very lovely. And I'm sure they know your social media and everything, right?
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
At Real Tamia World, all over on all platforms.
Thank you guys for watching. It's the Hackensack Meridian Health Stage 17. I'm Mina Say What with the lovely Tamia. Thank you.
Yay.